Michael Jackson made this console famous, or was it the other way around? Let's talk about the new plugin from Harrison Audio, the Ava Vocal Flow, in this week's Radium POW. All right, today we're checking out the Ava Vocal Flow from Harrison. So I'm really excited about this plugin because it kind of puts all the Harrison plugins together, but the idea behind it is to get into a flow state with your mixing. And being a mixing engineer myself and been mixing for 15 years, plus, I think mixing is it's an art form where you do have to get into kind of a flow. I think when you slow down with mixing, that's when you're in trouble, where you're like picking things apart and you're like, oh, I got to take one more dB of, I think that's kind of where you start to lose the essence of the song, the character, the feel you're going for. So this plugin is something I'm really excited to launch into. So I've already mixed this song. This is The Feeling by LJ Smooth. Miami artist. Go stream the song if you haven't already. It's up on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. And I produced this, mixed it, mastered it, and now I've just kind of taken the verse vocal, I've stripped everything off of it, I've taken the reverbs off of it, I've taken the vocal mix bus. As you can see, I've just bypassed all the stuff I had on there, and I took the channel strip off of the vocal itself. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go directly from the beginning, and we're going to use this Ava Vocal Flow, and I'm just going to mix it. I'm going to see what we can do. All right, so here we go. First thing I want to do is just kind of break down the plugin for you, the interface, the GUI. It is not that appealing to me. I think it's actually something I would put on and I'd be like, I don't want to deal with that, especially if this was my first time seeing it. It's just not very creative looking. It looks very dull. It looks like something for like post-production work, right? Like you're doing voiceover or dialogue replacement or something. For a mixing engineer, I'm like, oh gosh, this looks, I don't know about this, right? But let's break down what is going on here. I'm in demo mode, so you're going to keep getting that screen. Apologize in advance. Here we go. We got a de-esser. This is the threshold for the de-esser, right? As you can see. And then you can kind of move this around. You have the frequencies and all that. For male vocals, I usually find it's like around 5,500 to 8K, around there. And then we have a vocal character, which looks like it's like a harmonic saturation kind of thing. We have a body and we have a clarity. So here's the clarity end, here's the body end, and we'll get into that as we mix. You have some effects here. You got a chorus, delay, reverb. So we'll get into those as well as we mix this. And then we have a leveler, which is compressor, right? Compressor, limiter, whatever you want to call it. Looks like it's got a reduction threshold, all this stuff I'm pretty familiar with, and you probably as well, as if you're an engineer or you've worked with compressors before. Then we have filters, this is kind of what Harrison is known for, is their 32C channel EQ, which is their console, right? The 32C. And these EQs are incredible. I've used the UAD version of the 32C EQ, and I love it. I use it on guitars, I use it on vocals all the time, and this is just built into this vocal flow, which is really cool. And then we also get the filters. We get a low, mid, looks like we got 2 mid bands and we got a high band, so that's cool. And then we have this little routing thing down here, which I thought was really pretty awesome. I'd like to see that if you clicked on these, you can bypass them, but that's just not how it works. You have to go up and bypass each of them individually on the on-off buttons. I think that's kind of lame. You should be able to just click it and it bypasses it. But you have a listen where you can listen in the chain, up to the chain, wherever you're at. So that's kind of cool. I can listen to just the filters. I can listen to the filters, de-esser, and EQ, right, by hitting these little ears, and it kind of puts you in the chain. You can also grab these and you can move them around, which is really cool, right? I move the EQ ahead. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you know, maybe do. And then you got the leveler. You could put the compressor before the EQ or after the EQ. I can see exactly why you'd want to do that. I think it actually defaults to the compressor before the EQ. And I just like moved it around, or the other way around. I don't know. All right. And then you got a delay, reverb, send, and a chorus. So you can like say, hey, I want a chorus and then I want to go to my reverb, right? So that's kind of cool. So let's get into it. I just want to pop on the vocal. I'm going to play a little bit of the song for you, just going into the verse. And then we're going to mix this vocal, make it sound better, make it come out, bring it to life, give it some wetness, and see what we can do with this plugin and how fast we can do it. So let's play this verse here.
You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. Baby, I feel like we flow.
All right, so first of all, as an engineer, and I'm sure you're hearing it as well if you've been mixing or recording for a while, is that the volumes and inflections on the verse are kind of yeah, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like gets louder, gets softer. So we definitely want to do some compression. I can hear it's kind of chunky, so I probably want to get rid of some chunky stuff. So right away, I know what I want to do. I'm going to turn on the plugin, and you also heard when I first played it, if you turn it on and off when you bypass it, you get a lot of delay, like it's catching up. So this is probably a pretty heavy on CPU plugin. And it also has some look ahead. So that's what I'm getting from it. It's probably like pretty heavy. So delay compensation is going to come in here. So let's just vibe out. I'm going to flow with it, right? I'm going to get this vocal sounding good. So here we go.
You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. You and I hit it off on a weekday. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. You and I hit it off on a weekday. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat. You and I hit it off on a weekday. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. Baby, I feel like we're floating, moving in slow mo. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out. Eat you out like a fat boy. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weekday. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak day. Take you home, girl, it's on, skip the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. Baby, I feel you and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake, baby. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake, babe. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake, baby. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. Eat you out like a fat boy that loves cake, baby.
All right, so there it is. I've spent, I don't know, maybe a few minutes on this, 10 minutes here, maybe less. And I think we're in a really good spot. This is like, you know, all within the plugin. You're not hearing anything else. You're hearing the chorus, the delay, the reverb. I'm not a huge fan of the reverb. I would definitely use a different reverb. I'm not a huge fan of the chorus either. The delay's not bad. The delay's kind of cool. I just kind of giving it some like slap delay to give it some room, kind of make the vocal sound a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm really digging the de-esser. I'm really digging this compressor. It's really clear. It's really transparent. I'm not really hearing the compression or any artifacts from it. So I really like that. It's just kind of leveling things out and doing its job. And I got it pretty quick, like at 33 milliseconds. And the channel EQ, of course, is like amazing. I've just taken out some of the chunkiness at 380. I've added a little bit of, you know, push forward at the 1.5 kind of K. And then some top air at 17 hertz, 17K. So there it is. I'm going to play before and after. When I bypass the plugin, it's always going to give a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to try to make up for that. So here it is. I'm just going to bring it in and out, and you guys can be the judge whether you want to buy this plugin or not. I think it's on sale right now for like $89 as an introductory price, which I think is well worth it. And then the regular price I think is like more like twice that, maybe 170 or something. So here we go. I'm going to play this back for you.
You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. Girl, you hot, light it up, blow it out, babe. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home, girl, the songs get the foreplay. For an hour, let's just dance while the song plays. Keep you close like a candle on birthday. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. You and I hit it off on a weekday. Take it slow, keep it on, cause I'm weak, babe. In the club, girl, you gone, you a freak, babe. Take you home.
Pretty cool. I think you could definitely get a vocal to a very professional standard just using this one plugin, as long as it's recorded right? Because I don't think that you could take this plugin and really like fix a vocal that was recorded really bad. I think it would take more than that. It would take some more filters, maybe like a nice EQ that you can really go in and dial in stuff and sweep out stuff. But awesome plugin, and hopefully you guys really like this, and you know, you're gonna go stream the song up and make me $1 million, and we're gonna go platinum with it, right? That's really my hope with this video. There you go. Now you can be Michael Jackson. Probably not. You probably will never make it to being Michael Jackson, but you know, now at least he got his little bit of his vocal chain set up. That famous EQ from the 32C console, the Harrison de-esser, incredibly clean, and the compressor that's almost transparent to me. So some of my favorite features of that plugin, but get into the flow state, mix better, master better, and be quicker, right? Make decisions, be creative again. That's what this plugin's all about. If you really like this plugin of the week, click the link in the bio. Go check out the other plugin of the weeks. Go check out the Radium podcast, check out the tip of the day almost every day. And thanks for tuning in. Radium POW. Peace.